What's up, Pyromaniacs? Pyrostasis here. We are back in Call of Duty doing a little FFA on cargo. I am using the Scorpion Evo with fast mags and the foregrip. This is my new current favorite setup. Later today, or this week, I will be doing a video with my two setups, one for the shotguns and one for the Scorpion Evo, and I'll cover them in a little bit more detail. But today we're going to be talking, we're going to continue on with the YouTube tips and tricks series. We're going to be talking about copyright. And this right here is pretty much the sole most important thing about YouTube that you need to be careful with, because this will get your account shut down, blacklisted, and just flat out removed faster than anything else. So we're going to be talking about copyright today. And a lot of people don't understand how copyright works. First off, and I don't know why people seem to have this idea or this opinion, but you can't use somebody's music or somebody's stuff just because you linked credit to them. So you can't go and use the latest, I don't know, Rihanna song or Metallica song or whatever and link to Metallica's website and say, okay, well, I linked their website, I'm good to use it. No, that does not work, because Metallica didn't give you permission. That's like me coming over to your house, stealing your math homework, turning it in for credit, and then saying, you know, Bob helped me with it. No, it's still not my math homework. It's still, I don't own it. I can't use that. And the main thing you've got to get permission for is commercial purposes, because you're going to be wanting to use. Assuming, of course, that you want to do that with your YouTube channel. If you don't want to do that with your YouTube channel, then you don't have to necessarily abide by this, but you could still get copyright striked for it. Now, let's talk about copyright strikes. What is a copyright strike? YouTube has a machine or an algorithm or a robot or a program, however you want to look at it, that scans all content that's on YouTube, and they have a bank of information that they compare it to. And if you pop a match for that, then the copyright holder has the option of doing a few things. One, they can claim your content and they can run ads on your content so that they can recoup for the stolen content. So like, let's say you post up a video for COD that's a montage with a Rihanna song in it. Rihanna's agency will claim that video and run ads on your video. And that's well within their rights because you stole their song. Now, the other option they have is they can do absolutely nothing and they can just be notified, and then they can decide to take a look at it. The third and final option is they can copyright strike you and remove the content or do what they want with the content. So what is a copyright strike? Copyright strike is, it's just like baseball. You get 3 strikes and you're out. First strike, not only that, but with partnership programs, AdSense and things along those lines, 1 strike and you're out. Most partnerships won't touch you if you have a copyright strike. It's pretty much blacklists you. And copyright strikes are kind of like herpes. They don't necessarily go away. Now, Google has, in their copyright README or whatever, has a little statement that says within 6 months, they can be removed, assuming you go to copyright school and a few other things. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean they will be, and YouTube has been well known to not remove the copyright strikes. You're better off not dealing with YouTube and trying to get a hold of the copyright holder, apologizing, begging for forgiveness, and hopefully you get somebody who's nice enough to give you a second chance. But don't leave it up to a lawyer, because the lawyer's not going to give a shit. In his opinion, you're just some punk kid who stole his stuff, and he's getting paid, $800 an hour to fuck you over. He doesn't care. So don't use copyright stuff. Now, what can you use and what can't you use? Well, a lot of people get worried once they start hearing about copyright because, well, isn't Call of Duty copyright? Isn't Skyrim copyright? Well, yes and no. See, what I'm doing right now is I'm adding commentary to this Call of Duty clip. If I was just to post this Call of Duty clip raw, then yes, that would technically be a violation of copyright. Because Activision has not given me permission for commercial purposes, so I can't monetize this video and I can't post it, etc., etc. But since I'm adding commentary, I get what they call the fair use defense. And what fair use does is you add equal or greater value to the video by something that you do, and then it becomes a totally separate work. So you could go and watch this clip bare bones, and then you could watch it with my commentary, and you would get 2 different products. And it's substantial enough to add value, and so therefore that is my defense. I am still technically breaking copyright law, but I now have a defense. So if there was a court case on it, I would have a position to defend myself. If you don't add commentary, then you're just boned. So fair use isn't a guaranteed thing, but in the industry at the moment, it seems to be acceptable. So what does that mean for montages? Well, montages are kind of a gray area. As far as I know, most video game developers won't nail you for that, but you still got to be careful with it. The other thing you want to be careful with is cutscenes. A lot of developers will post their cutscenes at interviews and things along those lines, and they will claim those, and rightfully so. So that's why a lot of times you'll see, at least on my channel, on my Let's Play channel, I don't do cutscenes. And if I do, I talk over them fairly consistently, and that pisses some folks off. Well, then your next question is, well, I saw so-and-so do it, and so-and-so didn't get in trouble. What's up with that? Well, I can show you a million different people that are running down the highway at 95 miles an hour every day that don't get a ticket. That doesn't necessarily mean it's legal. If you're taking this from a business perspective, it's not about what you can get away with. It is about what is right and what won't get you in trouble. And for me, from a business perspective, I'm not going to screw myself by risking it. If you wish to do so on your channel, that's up to you. So copyright's one of those things that's hotly debated. The key to it is don't use something that isn't yours without written permission from the copyright holder. That doesn't mean a third party, that means the holder. Make sure that you add content to it so it's not just the base work, and make sure that you follow the license that you do have. Anyways, if you guys have any more questions, it's kind of a complicated topic, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. I'll be going later on this week into partnership, content ID matches, and a few other things so that you guys can learn a little bit more about those. Hopefully you guys are liking this series. If you do, click the like button, make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next clip.